Could we take half of Parto?
Sure. I was going to start with Videography.
Oh, perfect.
child, yes,
Yeah,
do that.
Great call. Let's do that. Great. That's what we wanted to hear. Great.
All right.
I love the star rating, so thank you. Which one do you like to sing more?
Actually, I feel like I should practice the end part.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you want to start from the you know the place? Yeah. Yep. There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. That your voice moves beautifully well. Like that's. Do you sing Rossini a lot?
I should.
You absolutely should. No, like for real. That's very, very impressive. You
Thank you.
look at all the ladies in there, because that's where you should be. Or like what's the little stabby boy, Stefano from you know, gets in a fight. No, truly, like that's so impressive, and I love the way you deliver the German. It's really, I can tell you have thoughts, you have feelings, it's all there, like really impressively put together. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Of course.
I agree with all that. I mean, it really is very beautiful. And your recording was parto too, right? Yeah, yeah. And it was, I mean, extremely consistent. I love that piece. Agreed, your German is impeccable as well. I mean, that was great.
That was really I mean, how did you feel about it? Like,
Yeah.
Good, really good. I picked Videography back up. I lived in Germany for many years, and I speak German fluently, so it
great.
helps
All right,
with
so
the
good.
background. But yeah, it's just the Strauss always feels just like slightly off. Like I'm like, oh, am I gonna be on or off, or am I gonna miss something? So I felt good today, which was nice.
You were on.
Yeah,
Definitely on. And I think it's just one of the most beautiful pieces, and everybody I know is just so excited to hear it.
Yeah.
So the good thing about that is that it's and his music is some that it works to have one very strong emotion through the entire thing.
Yes.
Like that's one of the only ones. Like it keeps the accompaniment and just the whole spirit of the pieces. They lift that for you. So you just gotta sing it real pretty, which you did.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it takes people to a great place. It's just a really good choice in auditioning, I think.
Cool.
Totally.
Right.
I mean, if I can give any, like you're playing a guy, and that's sort of the whole thing, but just be more like motivated from the hips, because you're a little, you know, pubescent boy. So, you know, do with that what you will. But it's. I mean, especially for that show, he has to be kind of a, you know, pubescent boy.
Yeah.
And you sing it beautifully, and that's kind of the cool part of Strauss. Like she said, takes care of all of the rest of it for you. Just kind of like be a little boy getting excited about like, ooh, you know, what's going on here. So, yeah, shoot, like really sing Rossini. Look at all those people and learn those roles, because the way you handle the fioritura and that is very impressive. It's on the breath. It's like really, that's how it's supposed to be done.
You don't sing like a Cenerentola or anything like that?
It's kind of low. So I have this vocal identity crisis thing that I've been in for the last few years. Like, am I a mezzo? Am I a soprano? When I sing one, I'm told I'm the other, and I've like swapped back and forth.
You don't like Rosina? Rosina?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can do Rosina.
Yeah.
So that's the one that's more in the sweet spot. Cenerentola is like, oh.
She's low.
Not so much my happy place.
Same with Viaggio. What's her name in that? She's low too. Or not Viaggio. What's the L'Italiana?
Oh,
that's what it is.
Yeah. Fruta Sorte is a low girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It's really good.
You sang it beautifully. Use your voice. Like we said, diction was great. I enjoyed your presentation. Do you have any questions like on how you did, or what's up?
I have a couple questions on strategy for you, because parto is just such a bear, and I have started with it in auditions in the past, and then I've had situations where like I get to the third part and I just feel like I'm dying inside, and like big fail. So how do you deal with the PTSD of those experiences and like the stuff in my head that's gonna psych me out when you have that 5-minute aria to get through before the
I believe
piece?
that when it's time to give it a rest, it's time to give it a rest. You know, I also think that you need they say you need a 5, right? You need a 10 or like a 7 or 8
7
at
or
least,
8
right? In that you can switch them out, just because it doesn't. To do it over again in auditions is just like it has its little time limit, right?
Yeah.
Also.
2 Minuten.
Okay. What was I saying? Ciao.
Just give it a break if it's
Give it a break if it's and if you are going to be worried that they're gonna call it, I think a great thing is to start with it, and you already said it, because you kind of take that power back for yourself.
Totally.
And so your audition kind of goes from, I can present this and do it on my terms, and then the rest of the audition is kind of downhill, especially if you have a package that you're going to be relieved that they call anything else, right?
Agreed, totally. I think finding those moments where you can take some semblance of control in an audition like that is really important, like, especially because that's when you're going to feel freshest. You're not going to be tired or nervous or frazzled or getting your head from a first piece. So just get in there, get her done, and then the rest of your list should be juice after that.
Yeah.
I mean, you sang your hardest thing first. That's kind of typically, especially if you're auditioning for companies, for other places like that, they want to hear your hardest stuff more often than not.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, if I have Largo El Factotum on there, they're going to call that almost every, like, literally, I've offered that in, I don't know, 50 auditions. I've probably not had it called less than 5 times.
Yeah.
So that's just, they're kind of evil in that way. But like, it's you can at least set yourself up better for success if you choose to start with that and just have that in there. And if it's not your day for parto, cool, take it off and do something else.
Put something
do
else.
Do carabino.
Yeah.
It'd be a great carabino.
Yeah.
So.
I think you have like 2 choices in that, and that's for everybody. Like, if you don't want to sing something, either start with it or do not present it.
Yep.
Cool.
Because it'll color your whole audition. If you don't start with it, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, don't pick it. I had I put on, because they needed a French, I put on Il est doux, il est bon. And I was like, in my head, the whole time, I was like, don't pick Il est doux, il est bon. Don't pick it. And I walked in the audition, and they said, what are you starting with? I said, Il est doux, il est bon. Seriously, and I sang it right then. I did it to myself. If you really don't want to sing it, don't put it on there, because it's coming, and you're gonna be so focused on it. You might call it yourself, or you're,
Stranger things have happened.
But yeah, I mean, you sing it beautifully, but in your head is a real thing.
And just pacing yourself, just don't go nuts on the first couple high notes and save it. Yeah. What else? Got a minute or so.
Yeah, I have more questions actually. So I graduated from a voice program in like 2004, so I'm older than everybody, and I definitely came up in the context of you have to do it this way, and this is what you should be focused on, and so all of that like perfectionism, kind of all that stuff that I've still got in here, because I'm coming back to singing after like many years of really not, and it's a hobby now because I have a day job, but it's like. I loved what you said about they want to know what you can do, what is your interpretation of this, and so I just wanted to say thank you for that. Like it's kind of life-changing to just hear that, even though like in other areas of my life, like that's how I operate and what I believe, but to have it come back to singing is really nice. So I
was the complete opposite. Oh, time. I was the complete opposite in that it's kind of detrimental, my ideas about it, but also not really, because when I came into, it's not ingrained in me, because I started opera like literally when I got to grad school, maybe like month 3 of grad school. So it's really lies and garbage, everybody. And I don't go all the way that way. Take it with a grain of salt. But lies and garbage. Always fall back on what you want to present, who you want to show them you are.
Yep.
Don't worry about all that. The shoes and the pat. Don't wear them leather shoes. Ridiculous. Pantyhose. I haven't worn them since I went. Since I was in the little ruffle socks. Lies and garbage. And if they're stuck on that, maybe you don't want to be with them anyway.
That's it.
That's all I got to say.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.